Every 7.5 seconds, somewhere in America, someone is being beaten by a current or past intimate partner. The bell you hear in the background is symbolic of our collective desire for this violence to end.
You asked whether or not this was as high on the radar screen with respect to the media when I was first asked to participate. And actually it wasn't. There were a whole series of national events that have come up involving professional football players, involving local police officers, a variety of issues that have come forward and made this highly visible and increasingly relevant for our community.
Today we welcome two guest speakers, starting with the honorary chair of this year's Men's March, Dr. Jerris Hedges, Dean of the University of Hawaii John Jay Burns School of Medicine. Dr. Hedges.
Good afternoon and aloha. What a glorious day. Thank you for being here. And it's an honor to be one of the honorary chairs for this event. I've heard so many times how much this event has grown over the years, how much of the community has become aware and has benefited as a result of this event. You probably asked, why was I asked to be a participant in this? I think there are multiple reasons. One is, of course, I have a duty to serve the Catholic Charities of Hawaii. I've served on their board of advisors, and I believe strongly in the work they do on behalf of the community. The other is, like Dr. Ford, I served as an emergency physician for over 30 years, dealing with women and families in need, just as he has mentioned. The third reason is that I myself am a survivor of a family with domestic violence. And I think it's time that we speak up. We've been quiet for too long.
This is an issue that actually is close to me because domestic violence was present in my family. And it had a lot to do with my father's situation when he grew up and the health condition he acquired while he was an early adult. So I was in a situation with a father who had an incredibly short temper that sometimes played out with my mother and my brother and myself. So I understand the circumstances that families can experience. Well, my father had severe physical limitations, and with minimal physical exertion would become incredibly fatigued, short of breath, and so he had no patience. So anyone who did anything less than perfection was often punished for that. So I think we all learned some avoidance techniques, and we also learned how to protect each other. That's, until his health improved, it was more just avoidance.
Do you mind if I ask, was it physical or mental? Kind of screaming or shouting?
It was all of the above. Yeah.
Wow, from the time you were a small kid?
As far back as I can remember.
Thank you. The final reason, of course, in my duty to serve as the Dean of the John A. Burns School of Medicine, we have a duty to make our students aware of what issues our patients face. We have a duty to connect with the community to demonstrate how we can serve and look beyond simple physical illness but deal with other issues of the heart that must be addressed. So it's a great honor. I respect the time that you have put in to participate and know your commitment and know that it will continue. So let's get the job done. No more violence. Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Hedges.
I think one of the things that all families that have dealt with domestic violence experience is that The disruption that comes with people you love who suddenly become antagonists and become quite involved in physical and verbal arguments. It's disruptive and it's confusing and it's difficult for the individual to really find their bearings. And one of the reasons why it's so important, and it's one of the things that the Catholic Charities does, is provide opportunity for support of the entire family, not just the adult member of the family who may have been involved in the violence episode. I don't characterize myself as a victim in that I think a victim is someone who doesn't rise above their circumstances in which they found themselves. But this is something I've experienced from both sides, so I think it's important that we empower men as well as the women that we treat, but empower men to take the right actions.